Hello there! Thank you for clicking on this video. So I was working on a Boros United Battlefront tokens deck and I couldn't quite get it figured out. Then I saw that some people were having more luck putting it in this Azorious Artifacts deck. So I decided to explore that route instead. So this is an Azorious Simulacrum Synthesizer United Battlefront deck. Not a lot of new cards. In fact, United Battlefront is the only new card. It's a 4 mana, 3 and a white sorcery that says, look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So with Simulacrum Synthesizer caring about artifacts that cost 3 mana, and United Battlefront caring about permanents that aren't creatures or lands that cost 3 or less, it's kind of like the perfect middle ground, right? You just want to fill up the deck with a bunch of artifacts that cost 3 mana, and hope to have Simulacrum Synthesizer as one of them. You have a wide construct army every turn, and that's the idea of the deck. It's not a very new idea, but United Battlefront definitely adds a bit more oomph to the deck. Basically, if you can get Simulacrum Synthesizer on turn 3, on turn 4, you could play United Battlefront and get 2 3-drop artifacts onto the battlefield, and you can get the benefits from the artifacts themselves, but also make at least 2 colorless construct artifact creatures. You can get the deck list in the description below, and so without any further ado, let's see if United Battlefront can make this deck a little bit more resilient towards the meta and see if it can climb the ladder. So here we go. On the play with a... I think this is a keepable hand. We can have a turn 2 spring-loaded Saw Blades if the opponent is aggressive. If not, I guess we can go Maze Mind Tome to start moving towards gaining life. Okay, so opponent is a burn deck, it would seem. Emberheart Challenger. Alright. We're gonna start with this, and could go ahead and just spring-loaded Saw Blades the Emberheart Challenger now. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Tersa, Light Shatterer. So that's a new card. So they need 7 cards in the graveyard, right? Yeah. Braided Net is awesome, but I think I'm going to start with just the Simulacrum. Yeah. Do it this way. Pass a turn. You can play Braided Net next turn. How much does this mill? Alright. Page counter. I think we can go for that. Go ahead and do this. Gain some life. More Revolt is not what we're looking for. Gotta get some good hits on the United Battlefront, or else I think we are dead. We could try playing either Braided Net or the Perilous Snare to ensure, but I think this is a little bit more fun. Opponent is waiting. They have 3 cards in hand, 1 mana, so I'm assuming it's a, well, I guess double braided net. Oh no, wait. So spring-loaded saw blades does not trigger. So yeah, I think it's double braided net. Pass the turn. And we can just tap down their creatures. And tap. And tap. Here. Yeah, I think we go clay-fired bricks. Into repurposing bay. Monstrous Rage, okay. Weird timing. Oh, do they have the fling? Yeah, I think maybe we should have gone for the Perilous Snare on the Heartfire Hero. If they have the fling, we are dead. What? I don't know. Okay, never mind. They don't have the fling. Okay, so opponent was just kind of messing around. Actually, had me a little bit nervous because I thought they had the fling and was gonna lose this game. On the draw with questionable hand. But we have the Meticulous Archive to go turn 1, Plains turn 2, Clay-Fire Bricks, and work our way up to the Inner Sun. I don't know if that's very good. But I'll try it. We have ways to hit our land drops. And we have a removal spell. Up against... I don't need another clay-fired bricks. Fried? Fired. Clay-fired bricks. Impact Tremors. Makes me think that's a good draw. In that case... see if we can find any more 3-drops. Makes me think they're Mardu? Mardu Impact Tremors? I was thinking maybe they're what's the word? Maze Mind Tome is not that great, but I'm gonna just start with this. Okay, that's pretty good. We don't have untapped land, but can get the Perilous Snare next turn. So they are a mobilized deck. Only streetwise. Okay, interesting. That is pretty painful. And that brings our life down quite a bit. Alright, so gotta go like this. Then maybe 2 clay fried, I keep saying fried, clay fired bricks, or United Battlefront in hopes to just make an army. All these creatures are going to be unblockable. Jeez. All right. All right. Gain 4 life. That brings up to 9. We can't block any of their creatures. And this 2, 4, 8. We're dead anyway, so we have to hit. Okay, so we have to do United Battlefront and hope to hit another. Jeez. Alright. Repurposing Bay. Tapped creature. Man. That sucks. See if they remember to attack. Yep. Might as well wait till they attack. Yep. On the play with a keepable hand. Start off with Meticulous Archive. Turn 2, we could hold up spring-loaded saw blades. Oh boy. But I'm just gonna throw that in the grave. That's the one thing about surveying on the play. I'm not sure what you're up against. Enigma Jewel, so it might be the mirror. In which case, I'm just gonna get the tapped land out of the way now. Then we can play clay-fired bricks turn 2. Or turn 3 to ensure that we have that 4th mana for the United Battlefront. Okay. So opponent might be well, I'm pretty sure they're playing that artifact combo deck with the Repurposing Bay and probably the Boommobile. Do we just go for it? United Battlefront? Yeah, let's see what we can get. Alright, well. Not exactly the best hits. Glass Casket. Exile target creature. Okay. I thought it was anything. So, oh, that's on me. I guess pass a turn. Maybe I should have gone for the Maze Mind Tome and draw a card. Okay, they got the Repurposing Bay. Now, a lot of times, They can't get the combo going if they don't get the if they don't have the Enigma Jewel. So I might take that next turn. Though, as they have the Synthesizer, it might be a little bit difficult. These are really bad draws. Pass the turn. So Repurposing Bay can sacrifice itself to grab a 4-drop. Depends on what the opponent has in their hand. Alright, well. Radiant Lotus, so they still need the Boommobile. See what I can get here. Not what I want. Also not what I want. Not really what I want. Pass the turn. Should be able to double spring-loaded saw blades to kill one of their artifacts, and then we can tap down the other one. Opter Fabricator, okay. Oh, they're gonna Repurposing Bay into the Enigma Jewel. Or not. Tap down one of these guys. Spring-loaded blade. Spring-loaded blade. And then what? Haven't found any of my good spells. As in, I haven't found any of my Repurposing Bays, Simulacrum Synthesizers. So this has been a really bad draw. Okay, that was weird. Okay, let me think here. Is that actually enough? That's 21 damage? So I think they did the math wrong. That can go on the bottom, I guess. Now I kind of need clay-fired bricks, but Alright, we'll see what this brings for us. Sure. Draw 2 cards. Ghost Vacuum doesn't really do a whole lot either. You know, I have 2 of them, so I can get I can transform Braided Net. I'll go draw a card. Okay, my turn. Repurposing Bay is nice. I guess. Get the Synthesizer, and then yeah. And then Chimel, I believe, makes oh, I can do this, right? Yeah, let's do this. Just to get the game going, or the damage going. And hope that the opponent doesn't draw anything that does 1 damage. Or more than 5 damage. More than 2 damage? I don't know. Either way, we have Maze My Tome to gain life. But if they draw another Boommobile, we are toast, I think. Okay. Right. I will gain life. And I will tap down their blocker. Right. I think... yeah. Sacrifice a glass casket. Where did glass casket go? Glass casket. Get another synthesizer. That's fine. Get their Ghost Vacuum. And then with this, should be lethal. Alright. So, oh my god. This game started off really bad, and sorry if I wasn't talking a whole lot during the whole thing. I had to kind of concentrate near the end, but lucked out that the opponent kind of miscalculated how much damage they can do. They probably forgot to see that I gained 2 life and calculated that they can get 20 damage in and just went for it. And yeah, all I can say is I was pretty lucky. All right, on the draw with a... I think I can keep this. We have turn 2 removal if we need it. Apparently we won't need it. Oh boy, but this is... Okay. But we may have to win pretty quickly. So one of the bad things about this deck is that there is no okay, not the deck I thought it was. I thought this was gonna be the Boros combo deck, but they played Restless Anchorage, so they are Sunken Citadel in color of blue and white. So the Boros combo deck is the one with the Carnosaur and the what's it called? But basically you just keep discovering into different cards that discover, and then you use Quintorius to deal damage. What are the chances? I'm just going to get countered. So do I just draw with the Maze Mind Tome? I think so. Opponent's not really doing anything. Okay. Just to see if there's a stick, which there is. So I assume it is a counter spell. Though now opponent's not doing anything. So I'm just gonna continue drawing cards, I think. Sunken Citadel, though, they can Restless Anchorage pretty cheap. So what if I scry one? And then draw a card? So now I'm tapped out. Maybe they will do something with that information. They might have been afraid of counter spells. Nope. Okay. Well, we've got 2 synthesizers. We can try one out now. And I'm glad that they tapped the way it did, so... Okay, so they did have a 3 steps ahead. So they might be feeling a little more comfortable now. I don't know. We'll see. Jace. Okay. Those 3 cards. Okay.
I know where to find all the answers.
So they're still holding on to something. Scry one. Could just be the Restless Anchorage? No. Well, yeah, I guess they could technically. I don't need the Simulacrum. Okay, got the land. Alright. We could try for the Synthesizer again. They only have 2 mana up. I should be able to pay for whatever counterspells they have. I don't know of any 2 mana hard counters. And yeah, might as well do this. And if they do have a counter spell, they'll probably just use it now. Nope. Okay. Pass the turn. Yep.
We can improve.
Wow. Those were some good cards there. So if we draw a land, we can play Braided Net or something first. 3 mana. I don't know. Split up, okay. Lord of Mistmoors, okay. We want to land? Yeah. Alright, if we play this, we still have 3 mana up. Right, into... and the snare. What are we getting with the snare? I guess the Jace? They didn't even... well, okay. Yeah, let's just grab the Jace.
Too much noise.
Then Braided Net. Pass the turn. I guess I could have just done the repurposing bay for another synthesizer, but... whoops, I forgot to use the Braided Net. That's alright. So I'm assuming they're just going to... Day of Judgment, yep. Another Mistmoors, that's fine. Okay, what do we want? Another land? I don't think so. Ended up getting another land anyway. Oh no, I did that wrong. Oh well, that's alright. Draw 2 cards. And then Repurposing Bay, the Glass Casket. Into another Synthesizer. Like that. That's the turn. So they need a sweeper. They seem to have a lot of sweepers, but they're going to need quite a few sweepers. And I can sacrifice the my stone weak stone to grab Shmill so they can't counter any of our spells. Okay. That was weird. Oh. I'm just gonna do that. Well, opponent only has one card left. Sure. More removal. And then grab Jamil the Inner Sun. I don't know why. Yeah, alright. I'm doing things all backwards. I should have played my Surveil land after I Repurposing Bade. That's alright. Move, neck, counter. Yeah, so tap. And then Perilous Snare to get their last blocker. And unless they have instant speed removal, actually this is lethal. I guess they could block with their... Nope, they do not have... Alright. They had instant speed removal. Fair enough. End the turn. Sure. Sure. Alright, what did opponent draw? Whatever it was probably not a solution. And boom. Alright. That was fun. Alright, on the draw... Could be alright. We can keep Maze Mind Tome to make sure we get that fourth land. Against mono red, this is actually really bad. If we were on the play, this would have been a lot better. Alright. Pass the turn. Perilous Snare next turn. Into United Battlefront. In hopes to hit some simulacrums, I guess. Wow. Nope, not much I can do about that. Scry 1. Alright. Glass Casket. Alright. Well... Here, I think we go for Emberheart Challenger. And hope that they don't draw another one. Shock. It's 4, 5, 6. So we're at 2? And I can't, like I said, on the play this would have been different. Well, this is the best we can do. Hoping that dang, dude. Yeah. I should have used the Maze Mind Tome before, but alright. So we can go Spring Loaded does 5 to the Hired Claw. I mean, either way, we're dead. So, there you go. On the play with... I think this is keepable. If we had this the last game, it would have been nice. But now that now that I have some of the cheaper removal, of course we end up going up against blue-white. That's alright. We have the 4th land, so hopefully it's not a counterspell heavy deck that we're up against. I think could be a mirror match. What I could do is play the clay-fired bricks and just kind of test the waters. So they do have something. Most likely counterspell. Then I'll pass a turn. At least spring-loaded saw blades keeps up priority, so opponent might think that we have a counterspell as well. Though honestly, maybe it's better if we didn't. That way the opponent would maybe use their mana. Okay, we can test the waters out with Repurposing Bay. And see if they counter this. If not, we can sacrifice the... Oh, wow. Alright. We can do this and get a... Simulacrum Synthesizer. Okay. Meringue, River Regent. So they might be more of like a control-y dragon deck. Okay. None of those what I'm looking for. Not sure what the opponent's trying to do. Whoops. I was going to ask, should we just go for the United Battlefront, and accidentally cast it because I double clicked, and surprisingly it worked. Now, I'm just going to pass the turn instead of using the Repurposing Bay, and possibly use play spring-loaded saw blades during the opponent's turn, in hopes to, and then that way I can sacrifice the Repurposing Bay to get another Synthesizer. Assuming opponent's gonna have to sweep the board. Yep. If they for some reason counter the spring-loaded saw blades, we can still sacrifice the braided net, but never mind. So I think I'm just gonna call that quits and go over the deck now. Alright, I've got to say, overall, this deck didn't do too bad. Seems like it's still a little bit rough against aggressive decks, so if you're facing a very aggro meta, which if you're playing best of one, you most likely are, I can't recommend this deck. But if you're seeing a little bit more control, then I think this deck will perform a lot better. If I were going to make any changes, it would be I don't know, changes to make it a little bit more resilient towards aggro. Maybe, I want to say a little bit more like earlier removal, but then that kind of makes United Battlefront less effective, because if you're just getting 2 drops out of this, you're just better off playing the 2 drops, I think. Whereas if you're spending 4 mana to get 2-3 drops, that's where you really want to sit. Just 1 copy of the Inner Sun and My Stone, Weak Stone, things like that. It's pretty good. I'm a little bit iffy on some Simulacrum, and Clay-Fired Bricks I think is pretty good. Glass Casket, not sure about. Spring-Loaded Saw Blades, until we can get a better flash speed artifact removal, I think this is gonna stay. Maze Mine Tome might be a little bit too slow. Unstable Glyph Bridge, this never really came into play, so I don't know. I think trying to find another good 5-drop artifact here would work better, or just getting rid of this and adding one more, I don't know, Maze Mine Tome or something like that. And finally, United Battlefront. I think United Battlefront is definitely a great card. Obviously, it's not going to be the most consistent card, but as long as you can get your 3 drops, 2 drops, you're definitely going to get some wins. It doesn't feel as strong when you don't have Simulacrum Synthesizer in play, but just getting Repurposing Bay and a 2-drop is enough, because that's going to set you up to get the Simulacrum Synthesizer into play. Either way, that's all I have to say about this deck. It did well. If you're up against aggro, be careful. If you're up against control, it performs a little bit better. So with that being said, if you're still watching, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next video. So until then, take care.